Scottish Mudlarking here with Nicole and Craig. If you're watching this video, please like and subscribe, and if you can, please click one of the links in the description and pop along to our Etsy shop or Ko-fi. This is how we keep the channel running. Today we've come along to Luclum, a medieval tiny village just outside of Braunschweig, and we're going to look in the River Waber, which is right next to me. Now today I am hoping that we're going to find some pieces of pottery so I can make a little piece of art. Wish us luck.
I didn't expect to see this here. Looks like a very strange version of the musicante that we'd normally see in Bremen. Looks like there's a donkey in the bottom and a cockerel on the top, but then there's like a hippo.
Ah, I think it's a dog and a cat. They just don't look very doggish.
Looks like a hippo.
Yeah.
So don't know why the musicante are here. There's a little map, so this will give you an idea of where we are. Now, is
it going to say you are here?
Probably not. Now, not quite sure where we are. We're in a place called
Luclum.
Here we are. We're in Luclum, and we're looking for a little tributary that comes off from the Elm.
The Waber, the River Waber.
Okay, so we think we might have to go this way, but we're not sure. Now, well, I'll be honest, it's a wee bit busier here than we thought it was going to be. Now this area, I think, is used for special events, and we've seen footage of this in the summer when this whole area is full of people. You can see it's all old farm buildings. There's lots of renovations going on here at the minute.
There's a little pathway.
Okay, so this is heading in the right direction. We can hear there's some works going on somewhere nearby. What looks like tennis courts there as well. Oh, take a wee bit of care in there. It looks really muddy, doesn't it? Yeah. You're going to get stuck in there. You're going to lose your wellies. We don't want that. Pottery. You do? Oh, there's a wee shard of pottery in there. I'm going to climb up on the bank here. There's a tiny little shard of pottery in there that's evident now. It really all depends on how silted up this wee bit of the river is. Now just take care. I would stand on the wood there if you can. That'll maybe give you a little bit of... But then after that I'm probably going to have to reach out, maybe get my feet wet and try and help drag Nicole out of this river because it's really silted up.
Yes, okay, let's see. Okay, no.
This is pretty good, so I mean, well, you know, it's a find, isn't it?
Yeah, there is a find, and I can see there's another tiny piece of pottery up there.
Oh, that's tiny though, really, really tootsie.
That's okay. I'm hoping to make a piece of art with some plant pots on a shelf. So let's see. There's a piece of pottery.
Oh, is that a wee design or is that just muck?
No, it's just muck. But you know what? It's the perfect shape for a little vase of flowers. So definitely going to take this one. So I'm going to have to clean that muck off. And then this is our first find of the day.
Well, that's very cool. You know, I mean, it sets a little precedent, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, we can find the odd little thing here then.
Yeah.
If we're lucky, we just have to use eagle eyes.
Yeah, who knows? There might be other things in here. Let's see. The river runs quite fast, and it's really, really clean. So we can see if there's anything else here.
Clean rivers is the enemy of mudlarkers.
Yeah, what's that?
Oh, that's quite cool. What's that?
Yeah, this is a piece of pottery.
Oh yeah, it's a little bottom. It's a little cup or a wee saucer piece or something.
Yeah, it's the bottom of a teacup or something like that. I hope you can see that. It's really It's
yeah,
really
it's
mucky.
really thick and rustic looking though.
Yeah.
Suggesting it's a wee bit old. It's certainly not bone china or anything
Yeah.
like that.
No, is
I
that?
think that's muck. It might be a design. You know, we'll
Yeah.
get that cleaned up when we're in the house. I hope you can see that there's a wee green set of smudges there.
Yeah.
I'm suspecting it's muck
Well.
rather than anything else, but you never know.
How promising! How promising!
Wow.
Okay, let's keep going. Let's see what else is here. Okay, so I've got the camera and I've hung this little bag around my wrist, and now I can have a look at these pieces here. Okay, I'm gonna try. Actually, I'm gonna try and hold this here and reach in. Okay, so one hand in the water. Okay, let's see. There's two pieces here. Let's take this one. That's another plain piece of pottery. It looks really kind of crude. It's quite thick. I don't think there's anything on it. There are a couple of really tiny pieces here actually. Now I'm wondering how many other pieces I'm currently missing that might also be here. Let's see what that is. Ooh, the water's really cold. I would expect that, but given that it's November now. Okay, well there's 3 tiny pieces and another piece here. None of them have a pattern on them. Now this seems to be like it's just the top bit really of a bit of pottery. It's maybe just the glaze bit. Okay, well we've got these 4 pieces here. Four pieces, yeah. So I'm going to try and pocket them and walk a little bit further. I think I'm going to just put them in my pocket and make my pocket wet. There's a couple other pieces here. What's this? No, there's nothing there. Oh, look, there's a big piece there. Let's walk over here. What's that? Is that metal? Let's have a look. No, it's just some sort of weird plant structure. Okay. Oh no, that's some sort of weird plastic that's embedded in the side of the river. I'm not going to drag that out. Okay, now at least this is really nice because it's not very deep. So it's not very cold, and it's also really easy to walk. If I'm just walking in the middle here, you can see the river's the river is flowing quite fast actually. It's a tiny river and it's part of a system, and it flows into a much larger river at the end of this, but I think the Vabe as it stands kind of remains like this. It's not a particularly wide river or deep river, at least not at the moment. Oh, what's that? Look, can you see it? Something there. It looks a bit like a golf tee. Let's have a look. What it is? Ah, it's a bit of a leaf. That's grand. I don't think we need that. Now, what else is here? I'm sure there's probably a lot of glass in here as well. We just can't see it. And the only things that you do get to see are white bits, if they are there. What's this? Oh, it's a chestnut. It's not a water chestnut, it is just a chestnut. Now I'm going to keep walking here. It's really lovely actually. The sun's just come out. It's not a very, very cold day. Oops. Oh, that appears to be some sort of metally bit. It's not a very cold day, and there are a couple of things in here. Now, Germany is very famous for cleaning up all the rivers in the area, which of course is not very good for mudlarking, because you do not find anything. Something's just dropped in front of me, and that wasn't Craig throwing something. I think it was maybe a chestnut or something. Okay, oh, I better be careful here then. Right, so yeah, if the rivers are cleaned really well, and there aren't any bottles kicking around, then obviously there is very little to find. Now, what's this? Let's see. it's another chestnut. Is it a day of chestnuts? Well, we've actually found a couple of pieces of pottery already. I think I'm going to walk back the way, just that way, and then we can maybe walk along the river a little bit further.
So we're kind of crossing the burn here at this point. It goes off into a kind of dry drainage area just here, and it bends round there. Now we know that if we keep following the river up this way, we're going to end up in another wee village. But this wee structure, I'm not sure how old it is. There's definitely a big piece of stone there going across the top, but the pillars there that you can see that the stone's resting on, they're concrete. But this stonework area here, I wonder if this was maybe a site of an old mill, and this was maybe a lay or something, I don't know.
Or maybe for washing your clothes or something. Coming down to the river to wash your clothes.
Who knows, who knows. But yeah, this is the river's flowing from this direction. Nicole's ready to go in there. Spotted a tiny wee bit of pottery. We're going to see if we can grab that.
I think it's pottery.
Yeah.
I wonder, you know, if you had a metal detector, right, you might find some sort of coins or something in here, other metally bits. And that would be really interesting, given that this area has been used for over 1,000 years for people walking on pilgrimages, and with a trade route towards, I think, Magdeburg. That would be really cool. Imagine people walking along here, the river, and maybe dropping a coin or something. Okay, let's see. There's something there. It's a tiny piece of pottery. Now, actually, these are really perfect, because I am planning on making a little picture with the plant pots, and I've made it before, but never with the river finds, and I think that's going to be really cool. And these little plant pots are simply perfect. I'm going to combine that with, I think, some Scottish sea glass we've brought along. Oh, look, that's nice. That's a bit of colourful pottery. If we were somewhere at the Thames, we could see, oh, is it maybe Roman? Is it some Roman piece of pottery? I'm going to go out on a limb and say this was maybe a plant pot, but it's going to become a plant pot again. So that's the perfect circular environment, circular fashion. What's that? There's something there, something bluish. Can you see it? Probably not. It's nothing. I was kind of secretly hoping that might be a bead or something. No, it's not. Ah, look, imagine that looks like a half button. It's not though. It's just a little quartz. Okay, I'm gonna go a little bit further. Actually, I think, is that another piece of pottery? It seems like it's pottery. It could be just a little bit of a stone. It's a wee bit big maybe. I'm just going to pocket these two small pieces. Okay, there's another piece there. I'll have a look here. Let's see. What's that? Oh, what is that? It's a bit of plastic. Okay, how strange. So we're going to take that. The river doesn't need plastic, so I'm going to take that and walk another couple of meters and see if there's anything here. See if I'm wandering like this, maybe I can upset the silt and some finds might show up. We'll see. Okay, might be time and see what Craig's been up to. But first, what's that? Oh, it's a shell. Probably empty. It's an empty shell. That could be part of a plant pot picture, couldn't it? Let's take that.
but we're going to head down this way and walk along the riverbanks just a little bit further and see if we get any joy from doing so. Luckily, Nicole's already found a couple of wee bits of pottery, so you know, small finds so far, but it's a little bit promising. Rivers are a lot cleaner here than they are in Scotland, I have to say.
Okay, so I'm right next to a relatively swiftly running weir, and oh, I see a bottle there. Now I'm also seeing that there is possibly a very, very muddy underfoot area here. I'm going to just walk down here because at the end of this, well, the muddy area, we noticed the river was very not very deep, and here it seems like right in the middle, oh, it's a little deep. Now let's see if I can get in there. Wish me luck. Okay, yep, in here, haha, because there's treasure here. Now I did see that there was a bottleneck just down there, so I'm going to go investigate that now that I'm here. But let's see what this is. Now this seems to be a plate, some water creature on it. Oh, that's really interesting. The surface here feels really strange, almost like a little worm has been on it and eaten away at the surface. Let's see, there's more here. There's a bit of white pottery. They are quite large pieces. You see all the green here, all the algae. That's deep set algae in here. Let's see, more pieces here. The hope, you know, is always that you might find something that has a little bit of a pattern on it, but that's obviously not so easy. If you imagine, you know, you've got all these plates and there's only a little tiny bit of pattern on the side. What's that though? Is that blue? There's something blue there. Oh, see, you just got to talk about pattern. There we go. I've found a tiny piece. Look, this is the perfect plant pot. It's blue, it's white, and there's a little bit of pink on it. That's definitely going to go in my pocket. I'll just pocket that. Oops. Right now, notice them covered in some sort of plant matter. Okay, now we found something. A little piece of coloured pottery. Now, that's really cool. There's some pottery over there, but I do know that there are some more pottery just down that way. So we're just going to keep going, picking up pieces as we speak. That's a bit of quartz. Okay, what's that? That looks a little bit like it could be glass. No, it's a bit of wood. It's actually a really interesting piece of wood. Now I would technically use that as a shelf in the art project, but for the fact that it's been in the river, it's going to take ages to dry out, so I'm going to leave that here. Now I don't think Germany was very big on spongeware, so I dare say we're never going to find any spongeware here. But look what I found. That's very nice. I mean, it's sharp. It's as much as it's river glass, it's quite sharp, so it's never going to become a piece of jewellery, but it's definitely coming home with me. Now there's some other pieces of pottery here. Let's just go a little bit further. There's a lot of pottery here. No, is that glass? There's more glass here. Okay, this is the area where the glass was dumped. This is another bit of brown glass. Now this is really thin, so I'm kinda, it could be either that it's very new or quite old, but I tell you what, I'm gonna leave that here because I've just spotted something there, and it reminds me of a pattern that is called Zwiebelmuster, onion pattern. Now that is a really cool find. Look, Oh, that is perfect. That's a big plant pot, so maybe I have to make 2 pictures, one with big plant pots and one with small plant pots. Now this is a really cool find. It's definitely worth clambering down here. I'm not looking forward to trying to getting back up, but that's a little bit further down the line. We have oh, that's beautiful. Oh, that is really beautiful. I hope you can see that. That's an amazing piece of pottery. Look, I might actually, what I could maybe do with this one, I could take my grinder and just grind the edges smooth on this one, and then it could become a pendant. It's probably going to be a couple of weeks because I'm going to need to soak this in lemon juice, but that is an amazing find. Look at that. I'm really happy with that. It looks like it's hand painted. Gorgeous wee flower print on this one. Pocketing that one. Right, so let's see. That's always worth turning pieces over. Okay, this is white. Yeah, no, I'm just going to shun the white pieces now here. See, it looks like there's a pattern on it, but really it's green. Algae, just algae. Okay, right, there's some pieces here. That looks a bit different. That could be glass. Is it? Oh, it is. That's a really thick piece of glass. Look, it's really thick. That could be old. Could be very old. I'm just going to wash this a bit better. Okay, I think I'm going to take this one because it's very old, very thick. It looks like a rock, but it's definitely, oops, it's definitely glass. Let's try and see if we can hold it against the light. There's a little bit of sunlight here today. I'm not sure. I hope you can see it. If you can see it, so if it's glass, let me know in the comments. Right. Okay. This is very good. We found 2 pieces of really, really lovely pottery with patterns on them. Now that's definitely been worth coming in here. Got a little further to go. Now it's just actually around that bend. There was a little a little bridge, and we looked down the bridge and we noticed that there was a lot of pottery in there for some weird reason. Maybe it just gets trapped. Oh, alright. What is this? I think this is actually, this is plastic. Okay, we'll pocket that. So there's a lot of pottery in there, and maybe what I'm thinking is that things get trapped. Now, can you see that? Do you think, or are you thinking what I'm thinking? Could it be a clay pipe stem? Let's see. It is. Oh, I had no idea Germany did clay pipes as such. Now that's really cool. Look, we found a clay pipe. So this is definitely an area where there's where there are old finds. So finds from maybe the 1800s. It could even go back to the 1600s, or beyond that. If this if people walked along this this river for a long time. So you know, that's really cool. That could be that's going to be part of that picture. That's very cool. I found a clay pipe stem. Maybe there's a clay pipe bowl somewhere. Right, there's a bit of whoops, glass. You could tell the glass when you look, because it's kind of almost black. Now this seems to be green. It looks relatively new. You can hold it against the light. See, that's a kind of dark olivey green. I'm going to leave that one here and maybe just focus on the pottery. What's this bit of wood? No, it's a bit of bone. Okay, well, there's farms around here, so I guess it's maybe from there. I think that's a shell. That's weird. Let's see, is it a shell? Oh, it is. Look, it's a Weinbergschnecke. It's a very large snail. Oh, it looked like it was it looked like it could have been some sort of like an inkwell or something, but that's very cool. Right, so there's a bit of silty area here. But this is the area we saw from up that slightly manky looking bridge. So I'm gonna have a look here and see if there's something here. I'm very happy that I found this clay pipe and also that really lovely piece of pottery. Now what is this here? What is this? I think that's maybe a bit of bone. It could be. Honestly, I'm not sure. I think it could be a bit of bone. I might leave that here. It's always good to check out everything that you find there. There's a peg. It's part of a peg. Looks quite cool. But it's just a peg. We'll take that away. What else is here? It looks like a bird. A bird in flight. What could it be? A piece of pottery. It's brown on that side. Well, that's really difficult to say what that could have been. I have no idea. We should maybe take another couple of pieces of this, of these small pieces, just for the plant pots. Now I've noticed there's another piece of brown pottery here. Well, that's nice. That's got a kind of a ridged pattern here. Okay, I don't know if you can see it. I'm trying to hold it a little bit into the light. You might be able to see that. I'm going to leave these animals here. They always get stuck to pottery. Let's see. Can you see something? There's so many things here. We could technically have a look at every single one of these pieces. That's just a top bit of a glaze. Don't need that. That's also another piece. I would like to find something, yeah, maybe like a bit of glass, like an old piece of glass. I mean, who wouldn't want to find that, right? Maybe like an inkwell. This actually looks like it might be milk glass, or it's possibly a bit of bone china. Oh, it's really manky. Look. Ooh, so manky. That's not the pattern. That is just mank. Okay, what else is here? Another few pieces here. Okay, I can now see that we found so many here. Now we can actually leave some here. You don't have to take every piece. You never have to take every piece. What's that there? There's something there. Is that something? That's something, but I don't know what. It looks like it's almost got a greyish pattern on it. But I'm not sure. I think I might leave that here. What's that though? Oh, it's a pebble. Okay, what else? There's some quite a lot of broken red pieces of maybe brick or so here. I think they might be brick. They're very pretty. You know, you can never tell how old these things are. I could be throwing something back in the river that is from the Middle Ages without knowing it. A piece of pottery that's been sitting in here for 500 years, and now finally I've picked it up and I've thrown it back down. And there was something here, and that's just gone down the river. Now there's so many things here. That's really cool. I'm really glad we came here. It's been quite difficult trying to find a river around Braunschweig that's actually accessible, and it's not been totally cleaned. Is that a leaf? That's a leaf. That's a leaf. I don't need that. I don't need a leaf. Now I'm nearly at the bridge here, so this is probably I'm going to turn around. Is that glass? That is glass. What colour is it? What do you think? What do you think? What colour is this? Ta-da! It's brown! Okay, we might not need that. Okay, it might be time to start turning around now. And see if I can clamber back up. There was that one piece of bottleneck that I wanted to try and check out. It's down there though. So let's see if I can get there. Okay, I'm at the bottleneck now. It's quite deep and the water is flowing quite fast. It looks like it's possibly quite a new bottleneck, but we're gonna check it out anyway. Yes, it is. It's a very new bottleneck. Well, you can tell because it's a really thin glass. and this is what some beer bottles still look like. So I'm going to give this back to the river, and maybe in about 150 years somebody is going to be really happy with that find. Now I'm going to just try and clamber up here now. Thank you so much for watching. What was your favourite piece? I can't decide. Was it the piece with the flower or was it the pipe stem? Now it only remains for me to say thank you so much for watching, liking and commenting. If you haven't subscribed yet, please take a minute to subscribe. And extra special thanks goes out to everybody who's been supporting the channel, Etsy and through your Ko-fi donations. That makes a massive difference and it keeps the lights on. See you next time.